Good afternoon, friends on dais and all. Promptly after Sanjeev's comment, I have decided not to use PowerPoint, and hope PowerPad is good enough. And I'll also stay away from visionary and planning remarks and what future. Of course, our Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister, and Shri Ravi Saxena ji has touched upon all those things, and I'll try to be very specific. And information is something which Dr. Nanda has already shared. So I'll come to the next building block, which is communication of ICT, and I'll stay limited to the satellite communication. There also the job was made very easy by Honorable Chief Minister yesterday sharing that how satellite communication has made important role in bringing up Gujarat where it is today. And same thing was shared by Minister in the morning. So staying there on the communication part, communication is very important basically to deliver the services. If we are talking about E-India, then first we have to make all of these services available on electronic platforms. So e-services is an important part. And there are also two building blocks. One, power and communication. So power, I'm no expert talking about power. And it's great to hear yesterday that Gujarat has made power available 24/7 to all rural locations. So connectivity is something which is important part and which is required all across India. And connectivity which is not just 64 kbps or which works sometime, which is of broadband grade. Broadband grade 24/7. It's not that it starts with broadband grade and after some time it becomes 64 kbps or even less than that. Connectivity which is quickly deployable, very relevant because we are in a nation where there are different demography. If you go to Northeast, if you look at laying down fibers, then probably you can max cover the districts or probably in some cases only the state capital, which is reliable, of course, which works 24/7. It's not that today we claim that we have WiMAX here in this part of the country, and after 7 days it stops working, and then there's nobody to bring it up. Cost effective. There we need a lot of support from government because till now government has been supporting only the national ISP, and which keep right shifting their commitment to connect, providing connectivity, broadband connectivity to the rural level, and of course maintain it. The question is, need is now, and we need this broadband connectivity today, and we really need to look at a blended approach. We cannot look at that, okay, the national telecom operator will bring this broadband connectivity to village level in 2000 XXX. We need to look at today. Of course, we need to plan that because that is at the end of the day for the customer cheaper option because a lot of subsidies come in from the government. But we need to look at the options which are available today. And we need to go for everything which is wherever possible optical fiber because that gives the best quality of service. And of course, WiMAX, Wi-Fi, WiMAsh, and also look at the satellite network wherever nothing of this works. Where we need broadband today, our villages, we don't need broadband at the household. Probably access to a common point where a villager can walk in and connect and basically apply for various services, use broadband for internet, use broadband for education, etc., etc. So a lot of options are available, and of course satellite connectivity is available. It is here today. You can use it, and it is right here, everywhere rather. The example is Gujarat E-Gram project and many other projects where we talked about, we heard that 18,000 locations are connected, out of which I think at least 13,500 are using satellite connectivity, and there is a good broadband quality of service. Another beauty of the satellite connectivity is inherent cloud capability. So like if you lay down a fiber to a village, then you are wasting that pipe. That entire bandwidth which is available on that route is available for that point. And you go from point to multi-point to multi-point. In satellite, you just connect a customer premises equipment, which is a satellite router, and you deploy a bandwidth on a cloud-like service, which is available. So each kbps you deploy on the network is available to each CPE. So if Ram is not using it in the morning, then Sham is using somewhere else in the morning. So that whole thing becomes very, very cost effective as you grow the network. Like we heard 36 megahertz transponder for Gujarat, which is for which, of course, Honorable Chief Minister had to apply and somebody at senior most level had to approve. Can you imagine what is total bandwidth in 36 megahertz one can generate using the latest technology today? At max 121 Mbps of bandwidth can be generated using the latest technologies with a 36 megahertz transponder. So it's the beauty of satellite that this 121 Mbps of the bandwidth can be made available to each CPE which is connected on the satellite. So that's the power. So because it uses the multicast as a feature. So when you're talking about delivering education, then just in 512 kbps of bandwidth, you can deliver education, quality education at all 18,000 locations which are connected. So that's the reason this 121 Mbps is a big bandwidth. But when you look at a terrestrial level, we have a 700 Gbps of total bandwidth, internet bandwidth, data bandwidth available across the country. And out of which only 800 Mbps is a satellite bandwidth available. 800 Mbps. That's the reason transponder is in scarcity. Why it is in scarcity? Because the whole thing is controlled. Somebody controls. If you want a satellite bandwidth of 1 kbps, you have to file huge number of applications. It will go somewhere. It will get approved. It takes 3 to 6 months to get that bandwidth allocated for you. Why it is so? Because we don't have a good satellite, which is a commercial satellite on top. Most of the satellites are launched for weather and transport and things like that. The data satellite is not available. Today, the latest satellites which are used across the world, they can give about 10 Gbps of throughput, which is probably 12 times the total satellite bandwidth capacity available over India. The satellites which are going to be launched next year probably will have 100 Gbps of capacity. That's the reason some other countries actually enjoy the cheaper satellite bandwidth, which we don't enjoy here. So another request to all stakeholders, those who can make difference, let's pitch for a data commercial satellite over India, and then satellite bandwidth will be able to give 100 rupees per month broadband internet service using satellite routers. Probably cheaper than what today BSNL is able to offer, and it will be consistent. So that's one thing. We are, of course, working at our level and trying to resolve this problem, and that we will not require higher level transactions to get a transponder to a state. It will be available for everybody. And it also gives, capacity building. Once you have a satellite connectivity, it's not like a normal terrestrial thing that you can run an internet access-based service, and the bandwidth provisioning is point to point. So very few number of users can be part of that connection. So with multicast, you can, do one-to-one communication, which is video conferencing. Same, probably an eGram village can talk to another village. And you can do one-to-many. So one guy sitting here, probably for an example, you can broadcast this event directly to all 18,000 locations using just 256 kbps of overall bandwidth. So you can look at that, what kind of savings we are talking about. Unlike what, if you do it over internet, you will need probably 256 kbps per location. Another point which I want to make is it's perceived to be expensive, that satellite is expensive. Of course, one-time equipment is expensive because the whole burden is borne by the end consumer. So infrastructure is also borne by the end user. So need support from the government officials that how we can do. Of course, Gujarat has done an amazing job, and recently Department of Information, Government of India is doing the similar thing in northeast part of the country where 2,500 locations are going to be connected. Just before I end, I'll just share some case studies. Over 25,000 CSCs are connected using satellite broadband. So that talks about reach. And I'm talking about that some of the islands are connected where, forget about today, going ahead next couple of years, you will not be able to, lay down fibers. First is reach. You can reach everywhere. You can connect. You need not to worry about selecting a location for your business. Select your location and then connectivity is available there. I'll not say that use satellite. Of course, if nothing else is available, then use satellite. So because all other connectivity options today probably are cheaper and give better response time if you talk about satellite, of course, because the signal travels 1,44,000 kilometers before a customer request is served. So it's always going to have delay in internet-related applications. Power. Now, a case study for the power is like over 3,000 theaters, cinema halls in India are distributing movies using satellite today. And those movies are, 10, 12 GB per movie, which is live streamed at times at the theaters. So it's powerful. You can do HD quality of service. You need not to worry that whether it is 64 kbps or 256. Each satellite router is capable of handling 16 Mbps of data. So if you have a VSAT, you can deliver 16 Mbps of throughput over there. Quality, I'll give an example that IPL, we are all aware, using satellite, people did live IPL streaming to theaters and a lot of entertainment hubs and restaurants across the country. So that's the quality. So you can get HD quality using satellite. Of course, DTH is the biggest example. So to summarize, today satellite broadband is an obvious choice for rural connectivity, where other connectivity options are not available. It is available right here, right now. Today you can deploy anywhere in any part of the country. You need not to worry about laying down cables. And of course, the inherent multicast capability of the satellite, expands the service spectrum, the kind of services which you can offer. You can offer teacher training, as we are talking about the big thing, from a central location. Today, teacher training is happening in hub and spoke models, where a teacher goes to a location and calls upon 100 teachers. And there the quality of content depends on the quality of teacher going. Who is going to ensure that, the best guys are training each teacher. So if you use this kind of medium, then centrally one best faculty can, train each and every teacher available, or say, teacher training is an example. You can use it for any kind of education and learning. People like Evron, Educom, Purple Leap, Hughes have built very, very successful models using satellite technology in delivering education. So last, we at Hughes are committed, in our job and in our journey to make sure that we have a broadband connected Bharat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.